What if I told you that Joaquin Guzman, also known as El Chapo, escaped prisons by helicopters and motorcycles? I'm sure almost all of you have scrolled past the shows El Chapo or Narcos on Netflix once or twice. I've been interested in researching the drug wars in Latin America for years, and I am very informed on this topic. I'll be talking about El Chapo. I will be discussing his drug legacy, his imprisonment, and where he is today. According to biography, El Chapo was born in a rural town just outside of Sinaloa in western Mexico. Growing up, he had an abusive father, and as a result, he was out of the house by the time he was a teenager. This is when he found marijuana. He would smoke small portions of it for little amounts of cash, but he upgraded rapidly. By the late 1970s, he had proven himself to the Guadalajara cartel due to his knowledge of the drug trade in Mexico. After this, in 1985, he was arrested due to the death of a DEA agent that was caused by his own cartel. Shortly after this, Chapo became a significant figure in Mexico. During this time, Pablo Escobar and the famous Colombian cartels were starting to go away as they were getting caught. Chapo ended up creating multiple gangs that resulted in thousands of deaths in Mexico, and he also expanded into the cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamine business as leader of the Sinaloa cartel. But perhaps his most famous attribute was his creativity. He would buy houses in the United States and in Mexico, and he would literally make a tunnel between the two and transport drugs. And this creativity would also serve him well behind bars. He'd first be arrested in 1993 and sent to Mexico to serve in a maximum security prison for 20 years. Even in prison, he would maintain his power. In 2001, bribing the prison guards helped him escape by a laundry cart. And after this, 71 guards would actually be arrested due to helping Chapo escape. And then after being on the run for another 13 years, in 2014, he was arrested. But 2 years later, he escaped again in daring fashion. What he did was he bribed one cop to get a cell phone, and once he got that cell phone, he went to the drainage system in his shower and got the coordinates of the drain. He would send them to his workers, and they would end up buying a property about a mile away, and they would build or construct a tunnel that went right below Chapo's shower. Chapo, with using a blind spot from the camera in his cell, would create a hole, and one day at 9 p.m., he would escape using a motorcycle that was placed down there on a track. As you can see right here, this is how he went down. He went down this way, came over, and came out of the other property. And basically, a few minutes later, he was free. But in 2016, after a shootout, the United States arrested and extradited him back into the United States, and he would be placed on trial. According to The Sun, he would be sent to the U.S. for court in Brooklyn. Throughout the trial, the jury discovered that not only did Chapo bribe the president of Mexico for $100 million, his wife was also in charge of breaking him out of prison in 2015. After about 200 hours of testimony, he was convicted in 2019. He was sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years, and he also has to pay billions in restitution. Chapo now serves in the known Alcatraz of the Rockies, and no one has ever escaped the prison. And Chapo is currently trying to appeal with his lawyer so that he can be at a less protected facility and perhaps escape again. In conclusion, El Chapo is as troublesome as it gets. He's done things from sell drugs to kill people, but now he is behind bars for life. And that's once again assuming he doesn't escape again.